We have a decision in Indianapolis with the Colts naming Daniel Jones as their week 1 starter for the upcoming NFL season. A lot of things to talk about on today's episode. But before we do so, you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm holding it down on another daily episode. So if you're tuned in, man, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. But hey, we got just heard not a little while ago from Adam Schefter that the QB decision in Indy has been made, with the Colts naming Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback for their first regular season game that kicks off September 7th versus the Miami Dolphins. Now, one has to consider, hey, is this just a short-term thing or a long-term thing? Because you know that these guys just a couple seasons ago drafted Anthony Richardson, and with all the talent that he has, they just have not been able to tap into the young man's talent to where he can produce on the football field. But according to Adam Schefter, hey, head coach Shane Steichen is not planning for this move to be a short-term arrangement for Daniel Jones. He went on to say he's the starting quarterback for the season. I don't want to have a short leash on that. Here are my thoughts. What else did you expect? What else did you expect? I mean, I wanted to come out here and say that I believed in Anthony Richardson to go out here and win this job over Daniel Jones, but I just did not see enough in the preseason to have belief in that when it comes to Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, man, definitely got all the athletic attributes, definitely can throw the ball as far as you want it to go, but it's not about just having a strong arm in the NFL. You got to be able to take what the defense gives you on a lot of possessions. And then you go out there and you show what you're made of when your team absolutely needs a play, by scrambling out of the pocket to pick up a first down in a crucial moment, by taking advantage of a blow up job by the defense when they blow coverages, and you are able to go out there and hit your man so you can put 6 on the board and then allow your kicker to come in and add that additional point. So from what I've seen this preseason, I know it's just preseason. It's not the end all be all for Anthony Richardson. But when you look at the track record, it just has not been good enough. And when you look at the quarterback position, you need a guy that is a leader out there that can come out here and give your team a sense of belief and hope that they can actually win football games. I look at the AFC South with the Jaguars, with the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans, and look at this Indianapolis Colts team and say, bro, they got a lot of talent around them. You just need the quarterback to go out there and follow suit to where you can go out there and produce and give yourself an opportunity, because divisions like that is going to obviously come down to how do you handle yourself amongst your division rivals, but it's also, do you give yourself a chance throughout the rest of your schedule to win football games? Right now, I don't have that belief in Anthony Richardson. Strong arm, very athletic, but I think it's mostly up here. And I also think that it comes with his understanding of the game. That's just, I'm not saying that his career is over, but it's definitely going to take a back seat for a little while, especially after you get him benched for Daniel Jones. Now, I'm not going to sit here and crap on Daniel Jones, because this is a guy that had Saquon Barkley, and he was an integral part over there to go out there and get the New York Giants to the playoffs and win a game. So he has at least that on his record. But when you compare his record to Anthony Richardson, you look at Anthony Richardson and be like, man, he misses a lot on the deep ball. He doesn't really take the short, the short stuff or what the defense is giving him. You seeing him tap out of football games. You're not seeing that maturity kind of be displayed out there for everybody to see and like. So it's some challenges for him. And his career is not over. but he's definitely going to have to hone in and really, really focus on what he wants the rest of his career to look like. We seen guys like Geno Smith. Hey, first few years, not so good. And now he goes, you know what I'm saying? He goes and sit with Pete Carroll, becomes a starter, and he has turned his career around. Same thing with Baker Mayfield. Even though I think that the Browns made an absolute mistake, there was some people that was really out on Baker Mayfield based off maturity, based off certain things that they seen in that last season in Cleveland with him playing with that shoulder injury. And he had to bounce around a little bit as well until he found his home in Tampa Bay. The same thing can be said about Sam Darnold. Has bounced around a little bit. Go out there, help the Vikings really, really compete in a tough NFC North division, end up winning 14 games. It did not end well in the playoffs, but he just cashed in on $100 million contract because of that said season. So it might take for Anthony Richardson to have a change of scenery and then be able to hone in on his skills, be able to get some good coaching from some type of coach, and be able to just be a backup to watch and analyze and grow as a young quarterback in this league, because he did not play that many games while he was at Florida. He didn't. And that was the risk that the Indianapolis Colts took. Now, we can go out there and discuss like the entire process for what it was and how they should have brought in veteran leadership behind them, or they should have possibly sat him for a year, but that wasn't the case. And you want to see a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, progressively get better. Was the situation all the way set up for him? Probably not. But you want to see continued growth in young quarterbacks, especially when they come in at a lack of experience anyway. So maybe this is best for him. Maybe this is something that can help him turn his career around. Maybe this is something that we can revisit down the road when, if Daniel Jones stinks up the joint this upcoming season. You know what I'm saying? I think Shane Steichen is a solid head coach. I want to see how good he can be. I don't think he's 100% trash, but I think that the Indianapolis Colts, they have talent on this team and they can compete within their own division and possibly steal a couple games to give themselves a fighting chance. So that in that case, you have to give yourself an opportunity to go out there and win football games, because you can't keep banging your head against the desk and expect not to bust your head on that mud. You cannot continue to do that. So it's a situation to where you're looking at it and you're saying Daniel Jones gives us the best opportunity to win football games. And I'm 100% with it. I'm 100% with it. Again, we can argue about what was fair and what was not fair, but the reality is right there in front of us. Anthony Richardson, he needs work. Anthony Richardson, his career is not over, but he needs to sit and understand what it takes to be a productive QB in this league. It's not just about showing off your athleticism. You have to win from the pocket. You can go out there and put your Superman cape on, but very seldom does it work for an entire game. You have to take what the defense is giving you, and then when your team needs you to improvise, make another play, you use that athletic ability to show out. But right now, he got to take the back seat to Daniel Jones. I don't know where the Indianapolis Colts are going to end up this season. I really don't know. But I know that this right here is the best move that they have. And I think that you looking at the Indianapolis Colts, this is the only option. You have to put the best player out there. And right now, Anthony Richardson is not the best quarterback that they can place out there to give themselves a fighting chance in a division that has its challenges amongst all the teams, maybe not named the Houston Texans, even though I will argue their offensive line still has something to show all of us, especially with them trying to remake that offensive line and getting rid of offensive coordinators over the last few seasons. We have to see what that translates to. We have to see if that is going to be what's best for the long run for the Indianapolis Colts. And lastly, I respect the decision from the head coach simply because he's not just saying we want him to start for a couple weeks and then we going back to Anthony Richardson. No, he wants this to be a long-term thing as far at least this season. And then you possibly can revisit other things after the season, or if Daniel Jones gets hurt because he has a history with injuries, or you can see if Daniel Jones start to stink up the joint. See if Anthony Richardson has grown and shown that he is capable, and then move accordingly. But right now, the decision is to have Daniel Jones for this season, and I'm 100% with that. And I think that is a good decision for this team that has talent. They have talent on the offensive line, the defensive line, in that linebacker group, on the wide receivers, in the running back room. They have the talent to win football games and not just simply crap games away because your quarterback just cannot get it done. So I say it's a good deal. It's a good deal for Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, your career is not over, but it's time for you to grab the bull by the horn. That's how we're going to leave it at. And y'all let me know how y'all feeling about it, man. More on the way. It's definitely been busy. The season is rolling around. Make sure you stay locked in. You hit that like button and subscribe. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love football, because what better way to do it and what better sport to love? That's just me, though. But I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
This has been a presentation